Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I already did my brows, and if you read the description, this will be my first cut crease ever, and I have hooded eyes. So I guess let's get to it. So for my concealer, I use the LA Girl HD Conceal or HD Pro Conceal, and I think I use the shade Cool Tan, but I'll put the products that I use probably in the description box below and probably on my beauty page on Instagram, Diamonds Beauty Bar. If you don't follow me, you should follow me, and my main page is Diamonds Are Forever. They're in my intro, but they'll also be probably in the description box below. If you want your shadows to show up, you better put some concealer on the bottom. Just saying. Okay, so one, I'm really surprised but also happy with myself for taking a leap and hopping on YouTube. A lot of people ask me about it, and so it's like, once you really get into making a video, kind of takes up time, and then like editing them down for Instagram kind of takes away some of the beauty of it. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll give it a try. I kind of enjoy creating content. And so, yeah, here we are. Also, I don't know how your level of makeup, but I'm not a professional. So, don't shame me. This is just how I do it. If you have any questions, you want me to try something or show you something or explain something, I can try the best I can. But, as I said, this is my first cut crease. So, yeah. I got these little shadow fallout sticky pad things. I forgot what they're called, but I got them on Amazon, and they're really cheap, and they come like in a pack of like, I don't know, 20 or so. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm wiping my brush off so I can change shades. It's like this little container with a little kind of brush thing in the inside, and you just wash it off in the sink. I got it in TJ Maxx. You probably can find them on Amazon or anything like that. By the way, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade on my brows, and I have the shade Deep Brown. I had put a video on my Instagram about me doing my brows, and I felt like me doing my brows not on camera came out better. Maybe it's like some pressure, but like I could show people again if that's something that people want to see. But for my eyes, I'm using a NYX palette called Off Tropic, and I think I end up using some Fenty highlighter. I think I used Trophy Wife at the end on my eye as well. They'll be probably in the description box below. So in my research on cut crease for hooded eyes, the girl, she kind of did her blue shade. Well, she needs blue, she is brown. But my blue shade, when she was doing her crease, she did it kind of like in a triangle shape. But I didn't think I needed to do that, because my eyes are a little bigger than hers. But, when I went back in and I put more, I kind of realized, well, she did a triangle shape. So if you are trying to learn cut crease after watching my video, I would say to like try to bring your shade up kind of in a triangle shape more than a round shape, because when you blend out the color, especially if you add another color to make it deeper, you'll kind of spread out the shadow. I hope that makes sense. So I'm doing a kind of like a little close-up right now because so when you have hooded eyes, you don't want to put the shadow on the crease that you see with your eye open. With your eye closed. I said it backwards. But when you have your eyes open, you want to put it where you think your crease is, but a little above that, because when you open your eye, if you put it too low, it'll disappear. So that's why you see it right now. So when you have hooded eyes, you're kind of like making your own crease, if that makes sense, because if you put your shadow too low, you won't see it when you open your eyes. I think next time I might use different brushes, or I might just not go as heavy with the color. But I know why I did, because in the past I would put my color too low or not enough. So I guess in this video I just was like, let me make it deeper. But also with this NYX palette, you kind of need more for it to show up. So, yeah. And I wanted to make sure that each eye is even. So if I did more on the first eye, add more on the second, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm not the only one who gets hyped and dances around, get a little hype. You gotta hype yourself up when you're doing your makeup or taking your pictures or whatever. That's how it comes out good, I swear. If you don't hype yourself up, you're too calm, too nervous, like it don't come out good. A little close up on my blue shading. As you can see, it's showing, it's popping. And I wanted to make sure it was popping, so when I take my photos after I'm done, there's no denying that it's there, okay? Now that I got my blue nice and deep and popping, I'm going in with the green to kind of like deepen my crease, I guess you could say. When I was watching videos, people kind of use like 3 colors. Next time I'll probably do it neater, probably a little less, because once you use like a softer brush and kind of like fluff it out or blend it out, it'll be, I guess, more in depth or more wider. So I didn't have to put quite as much blue as I did, but learning experience. Is my first cut crease. I had joined these like makeup groups on Facebook, and I posted some of these pictures that I took of this makeup, and like there's people in there that are like professionals and people who do people's makeup, and they were saying that I did pretty good. So that was another reason for me to post this video on YouTube. I didn't want to post looking dumb, but they gave me little pointers and told me stuff like bring my, I guess, like the yellow part higher up even more still, but otherwise it looks really good. So I'm just going back in with a little bit more blue to, kind of deepen the color. I feel like the blue with the green kind of gives you like a nice, pretty kind of aquamarine color. So I was trying to, pop off the do-rag, and then my shirt has some blue, and I have on blue biker shorts, kind of like it's kind of between like a Popsmoke tribute and like just like a girl from the Bronx, and then like Hood Mona Lisa. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Megan Thee Stallion's music, but she calls herself that in her Girl in the Hood song. So that was kind of my vibe. So this whole thing. So now I'm actually finally getting to the cut crease portion of this video. So the video that I was referencing, she put the concealer in her hand, and I see why, but me being dumb, I didn't wipe the excess concealer off my hand later, and you'll see me looking at my hand crazy because I got it on my shorts. So when I went to take pictures, I was like, that limited kind of some pictures I could take, because you could see the skin tone concealer on my deep blue shorts. But yeah. A couple tips I would say just from not doing this. Take your time, think of it as kind of like painting, because you can really make the concealer whatever shape you want. To make sure you let it dry. I have a problem with opening my eye up and my makeup not being dry. I guess I'm a little impatient. And 3, like the brush shape kind of matters too. But also have fun with it. Like, there's really not that many rules to makeup, and you can make things how you want to. And then lastly, I would say, make sure your bottom color is like actually covered if you really don't want to see it through your cut crease, if you're not going to fully cover the concealer with more colors. So I kind of tapered my concealer off on the side just to make sure that you can really see my yellow. But having done a cut crease now, I think that I will stick to the oval shape of my eye and not add extra on the side, because you definitely could see it. And I think it will look cleaner and neater. But yeah, otherwise I think I did really good. I just I was definitely more nervous when I did the first eye, but the second eye did better shaping. And also, I think that I will need to pull out my outer corner of my eye to make the nice, neat shaping too. But I didn't know that, you know, obviously it's my first cut crease. Notice the difference between the two eyes. You see how one's like a little darker than the other. I did the second eye better, like I said, and you know I had to go back to the first eye and put more concealer because you could see the blue through the concealer. I think that's normal. Plus, it was literally my first eye for my cut crease ever. But yeah. Painting my face is like essential for me because I hate waiting and I always want to open my eyes. Okay, so I'm going in with white from another palette. Um, since it's kind of a powder shade, it's kind of like setting my concealer for me. And then I will put yellow and I will put the trophy wipe on top. And then we'll be popping. I also think I go back in with some more blue and green to make my color deeper. And I don't know if I need to do that, but I mean, in the end, I liked it. But looking at my pictures, I kind of wish I stayed away from my nose. So that's another tip. Don't go too close to your nose. By the way, there's like so many ways that you can use concealer for your makeup. You don't have to like do a cut crease. You could just put like a little bit in the middle of your eyelid and put some another color than the color you have on the bottom. Okay, so if you've gotten this far in the video, you must be enjoying it. So I would like you to drop a comment below, maybe like a blue heart or something. Let me know something you would like to see me do, something you find interesting about me. Pretty soon I'll probably put some curly videos up and maybe like a try on haul. I got a bunch of summer clothes honestly that sat on a shelf because you know we in a pandemic. Um, yeah. You still here? I love you. Please like, comment, subscribe. By the way, in case it's not obvious, I did a blue, then I did green, and then I'm about to put yellow on the bottom. So, yeah. I ordered some palettes from Juvia's Place, and I'm so excited to use them. Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a great video. So, an important tip I learned lately is that if you really want your shadow to show up, you need to press it in first and then blend it out. If you just like start brushing it on, it'll be there, but it'll be light, it'll be faint, and you'll have to do a lot more work for it to show up. But if you start by pressing it in first and then like rubbing it back and forth, which is like blending it in, it'll pop way more. But it also depends on the palette because this next palette kind of needs like a lot of work for it to show how you want. While editing this video, I realized that I did not include how I made my lip color, but if you want to see that, I can make a video on lips. So whatever you do to the top, you want to do to the bottom, and that will complete your eye look. And it won't just be on the top, you know, it'll be on your whole eye, and it will just look like you know what you're doing. It'll look clean, it'll look great. I would say that you should use small brushes on the bottom because you don't want that all over your face, especially if you're not using like these little eyeshadow fallout pads that I'm using. So this video is clearly a voiceover, but my next video, I'm actually going to talk to you guys while doing my makeup. That should be fun. Up close and personal. You see that? You see that? Okay, yes. I always put something shimmery or sparkly in my corners of my eye. So lastly, I think I'm adding like highlighter at my brow line. You don't have to do highlighter. You could do like a white shade, something light so it pops. So it's like clean, highlights your brow area, separate from your shadow. But I like to use my Hustler Baby Fenty highlighter. Yeah. And then I think I put Trophy Wife on my eye as well because the yellow wasn't doing it enough for me. Yeah. First, I go in and highlight my nose, my cheekbones, and a little bit above my brows as well. Little quick prayer that my liner goes well. I was nervous, as I said, so I told y'all I messed up. I was nervous about doing my eyeliner because I thought my eyeshadow looked so good, and I didn't want to, for my eyes, I have to pull out the corners to get my eyeliner right, and so yeah, that's why I messed up, and that's why I'm shaking my head because I should have just pulled the corner of my eyes out. But I also have a problem with opening my eye before liner or concealer dries, so I got a couple dots up there, but like I said, I'm not professional and my eyes are two different shapes. Okay, so I used a liquid eyeliner for the top and I used a pencil for the bottom. Both of them are by NYX. Next, I think I did highlighter and I did faux freckles and I put my lashes on. I did not record them because the video was already long. I didn't think I needed to show you guys that. But I did insert some pictures at the end. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, see you in my next video.